Okay, so as I'm doing my makeup, this tutorial is probably gonna go up before my brows, but I wanted to give you guys like a kind of an in-depth brow situation, because I know I do it a lot. I do my brows a lot on camera, but I never really show you what I'm doing. So my preferred brow situation is the NYX Micro Pencil in Chocolate. I actually should be ash brown because my eyebrows are like, my hair is ashier, but they were out of ash brown when I went and picked it up, and chocolate seemed to work just as fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So how I start is, oh, this is so hard to do with lashes on. I draw kind of a line to sketch the bottom of my brows, and I usually go not that far. Actually, I went too far, but I usually draw a line to sketch out the bottom of my brows, make sure it's clean down there, and then I start with the tail. I usually start small and then build, because the tail is really where I can go 0 to like Sharpie brows in a second. And then I'll lightly, not as dark as I did the bottom, but I'll lightly sketch out the top. And this is where I already have like a decent arch, but this is where I'll like give myself more of an arch over the way my eyebrows look. Like, I feel like it gives me a more natural looking situation. I could look like a clown. But this is just sort of the way that I like to do it. And I will fill in all the way to the front of my brows, even though that's usually how you get square brow. But I'll show you how I eliminate that, because I like to make sure it's full all the way through. And then I'll take the other side with the spoolie, because I usually don't go through it with the spoolie first, because my eyebrows are, my hairs are like pretty thin and fine, so I don't have to like actually brush them out to know what they're gonna look like. And like, I can, and I have like decent brows. I have some sparse spots, but that's more because I suck at plucking my eyebrows. I'll just take the spoolie and like put some pressure at the end and blend out. This is why, like, usually when I'm doing a tutorial, it looks like my eyebrows a lot redder, because I do have sensitive skin. But I'll go ahead and blend it out. I'll usually just tap it here to sort of blend it, but here I'll put in more pressure so that it fades out, as opposed to having square brow, because square brow is my biggest pet peeve. I hate people who literally brow, that's all you see. Like, I need it to fade, because my natural brows fade, so it doesn't make any sense for me to have square brow. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other side. And then I'm just gonna cover that. I try not to lose the covers, because it like kind of grosses me out to have this at the open air. And I'm gonna take my concealer. Where's my concealer? I don't really usually do this, because it usually comes out fine. But if I need a little bit extra flakiness, I'll just lightly go above the brow. Like here I sort of messed up, so I like to take, actually I like to blend that out with my finger mostly. I might have to go back into that brow and like fix it, but I like to go with my finger, just give it a little blend. Usually it's fine because it's not that much. I'm gonna take the concealer again. I'm trying to thin out this brow a little bit, because I did kind of, oh there we go, did kind of mess it up. taking my drink finger. I usually go in with light pressure, obviously. Make sure it's blended out. And then I'll go in again and like add some more hair. There we go. That's what brows should look like. That's what my brows should look like, at least. I like to do a stronger brow whenever I'm doing something like dramatic like this. Just because I feel like it balances out the fact that I'm wearing like 8 pounds of makeup on my face. And yeah.